Hi, welcome, and thank you for clicking on my little tab. First off, I want to introduce who I am. My name is Sonia Marie. I live in the wonderful land of Canada. I think personally it's the best country to live in, but I've only lived in 2 countries, so take it for what it is. I'm here today to share with you an experience that I've had in my life recently. Now, my series is going to be Calling All Humans, and today's title is Why I'm Thankful for the COVID-19 virus outbreak that we're all experiencing. Before I begin, though, and go any further, I want to send out my heartfelt condolences to anyone that this virus has taken away. I know what it's like to lose a loved one, a father, a mother, brother, sister, cousin, aunt, uncle, whatever they happen to be. I know how much that hurts, and you have my heartfelt condolences and prayers to help you get through this tough time. In no way am I making light of your loss with these videos. In fact, I'm kind of honoring the people who have gone on in a way. And if you stick with it and stick with me, you'll understand why. So the reason why I'm thankful for the COVID-19 epidemic we're currently living in, and the reason I landed that was to get your attention, because not many people are very thankful for what's going on in our lives right now. But for myself, I don't like it. I hate it. It kills me inside to see how many people have been affected by this, and I'm always asking myself, why? So I'm going to tell you what happened to me. Like most people, I took the time off. I work in the food industry, supplying food to restaurant chains. So obviously the restaurants have been hit really hard. So my work was considered non-essential, so I was sent home. And because I live in a country, Canada, I am blessed enough to have the government supply me with monthly amounts of money, so that my time off is not nearly as hard, because I'm like most of you out there, I live paycheck to paycheck. So when no money's coming in, I have nothing. So I'd like to take a moment to just give a shout out to Justin Trudeau. I realize that his job contains many decisions and very high stress, but on a human level, Justin, I want to thank you for finalizing that decision and supplying all Canadians with some funds that we greatly need. So thank you so much for that. So like most people on this time, I took the first week of my so-called staycation, and I treated it as such. I slept in every morning. I didn't do much of anything. I just kind of lazed around, and it was great. Second week come around, I'm still sleeping in, but get a little harder to figure out what I want to do. So like most of you, I started cleaning my house. I cleaned my kitchen, not much change there. I cleaned my bathroom, again, not much change there. I came out of the bathroom after cleaning it, and I thought, what else can I do to this apartment to make it more suitable to my needs? So I live in this tiny one-bedroom apartment on what some consider in the town I live in to be on the wrong side of town. But this is my home right now, because this is all I can afford. I share it with a wonderful soul, little schnauzer named Kala, who I will be speaking probably and introduce you to him further on down the line of these videos. But for right now, I share the home with him. So I looked at my lifestyle and myself and thought, okay, what can I do? Well, last year I lived in the same apartment, and the small air conditioner that I could afford, it was not strong enough to bring all the cold air into the bedroom. So I thought, well, I've always wanted to live in a loft or a warehouse-like environment. So I thought, why not? I'll take the bed out of the bedroom, put it in my dining living room, because it's all one room, and then that frees up my bedroom. What does that free my bedroom up to be? Could I maybe at hard times perhaps rent this room out and maybe help with my young? Absolutely. That's along the lines that I was thinking. So I thought, well, I'm not there yet, but I'm an artist, and I like to work on my art that I have when the urge gets to me. So I was currently doing that. Right now I'm working in acrylics, and I was doing that on my little dining table that was in my living dining room. The problem with that was every time I was coming home, when I opened my door, you could see all my craft supplies, my paints, my paintbrushes, my canvases, whatever they were. They were all out, and they were all on display, and it looked a little messy, and it was bugging me a little bit. So I thought, okay, what can I do with that? First, I thought I also have a storage unit in my apartment. So I looked in there and thought I could put it in there, but everything in my storage closet was art supplies. So I thought, let's put it all in the bedroom. So I did. I dismantled the shelves I had, made them into 2 long tables. All the craft supplies now are all in this room. The closet in this room, which held my clothes, is now held with excess stuff that I'm not working on. So that's all put away. And I turned my storage closet into a walk-in closet, which every woman wants. So I did that. So that's caller right now, calling for attention. So I did that. So now if you ask me, anything about my apartment, I said I've changed because I'm looking at it in a different way. I say I live in a loft apartment that has an artist studio, and my bedroom has a balcony that I can look out, and it's big enough that I can have a sofa, a chair, an office desk, a fireplace, and a large TV. And I have a walk-in closet. So just doing that makes me see my little apartment in a whole new way. And that's basically with all these videos that I plan on making for you, for anyone who decides they want to click on that button, is to kind of teach you and give you an example that when you start looking things at a different way, your whole world can change. I didn't really do anything. I just moved some furniture around, but up there, I see it in a whole new way. So, and again, that's what all these videos are for. I'm going to tell you something else I did once I got done all the cleaning. That was a lot of work, by the way. And I did that, rearranged everything, done. Now, what am I going to do? Okay. I thought, okay, I'm looking at things in a whole new light now, or I'm practicing that. So I thought, I'm going to tackle something that I've been carrying around for the whole time I've been on this earth, which is almost 56 years. I'm going to say, and look at myself and say, okay, what's your biggest issue that you've been carrying around your life for the longest amount of time? And for me, that issue was my mom. My mom abused us, and I say us because I come from a family with 4 other siblings four. 4 other siblings. God, I'm getting old, I'm forgetting. That I just love to the core of my being, because they are the only people on this earth that understand me, because they lived the same life I had. So our mother was a very abusive mother to us. To give you an example of how vicious she was, at 7 points, she used to get my brother and or my sisters to extend the punishment that she wanted to extend to me, just because. So she made my brother or my sisters give me my punishment. That's just bad and wrong on every level. And I don't like to use this word. To me, it's a dirty 4-letter word, but I'll use it at this point. I had only hate for my mother. I had no love. That's changed. Because I was brave enough to take on this issue and to go inside my soul. Yes, puppy, I know you're there. So I've done that. I've taken the brave step of going inside myself, talking to the person who has been looking at the situation my whole life, and I will call her Baby Sonia. So Baby Sonia, I said, you know what, I hear you. I know I've experienced it with you, but for right now, we need to get past this. So I'm going to take you out of the situation. I'm going to put you over to the side. I'm not going to forget about you, because I've heard you loud and strong for these almost 56 years. So I did that. I went inside myself. And as soon as I took that voice away, the most amazing thing happened to me. I remember once I soothed her and said, okay, it's good. The first thing that popped into my head was, what lesson did you learn from all of this, Sonia? And that was mine. Like, it stopped me in my tracks. What lesson did I learn? Why the hell didn't I think of this before? So I followed that train of thought. I followed it. I could still hear Sonia, Baby Sonia, but I said, it's okay. So I went down that track. And I listened, and I tried to see it in that frame of mind. And just doing that simple act of doing that, I can very happily tell you right now that the only thing I feel for my mother is absolute love, because I followed that train of thinking down, and I'll share a few things that I found. One was, because my mother did what she did to me, she made me an exceptionally strong woman. I don't take bullshit. I'll take it for a little while, but I have my limit. My limit's pretty high. Like, no, that's bullshit. I'm going to call you on it. She also made me realize that, or she taught me to stand up to bullies. Because I don't think any of my other siblings done this. I think I was about 5 years old. I don't have a lot of memories about when I was a young kid, and I probably blocked a lot of it out because it was very painful for me. But I remember standing in front of this woman who I was petrified of. Petrified. I stood in front of her, separated my little legs and stood wide-legged, put my hands on my hips and looked way up, because to me she looked so tall. Looked way up at her, and I used the only tool that I had in my arsenal to scare her. And I looked up at her and I said, "Go ahead, Mommy, hit me, and I'll show Daddy when he gets home." Well, that just stopped her in her tracks. She didn't know what to do. She wasn't expecting it. So she just sent me up to my room. No food for the day, no pee breaks. I had to sit in my room. But I went upstairs proud as could be, because I stood up to the biggest bully that I knew. I was so happy then and now that this happiness starts deep inside yourself, kind of like a little butterfly in your stomach. And then when you start realizing these things and brave enough to follow down that line of thinking, you get so much love and joy that spreads from your belly button up into your chest, into your heart. It's so intense and so strong that I'm the kind of person that will cry when I'm happy and I'll cry when I'm sad. And so I'm sitting on my bed in my loft bedroom and I'm crying from happiness. My poor little dog doesn't know what's going on because here's Mommy crying like crazy. But I turned myself 100, like completely around. I went from, that bad feeling I had to my mom to like looking at her and thinking, my God, I love her for that. I mean, I love her for that because I've taken now and gone even further with that thought and have found out and discovered something else. But my whole point of doing all these videos is I'm trying to force you to, not force, but persuade you to look at your life in a whole new way. If you take yourself out of the situation, if you can realize how you're looking at that situation, if you can take yourself out of that situation and look at it, the most troubling thing in your life, you're coming a long way. And I'm so proud of you, because I know there's people that are so far ahead of me in my self-discovery that if they're watching this, they're going, "Hey, you go, girl, because I know this is the first step, or I've been there, I understand." So I want to give this to other human beings out there, other human beings. And my next video, I'll explain what I mean by human beings. But this is what this whole all is for. So I'm going to keep these videos short. It's already been 13 minutes. I would ask you, if you could, to take 1 more or 2 more seconds out of your life and leave me a 1-word description below of what you thought of this video. I welcome both positive and negative comments, because the positive ones just tell me I'm doing something right. The negative ones, you still looked and you still listened, so that's great. But I'll even try to go one further with you, because you're the people I find interesting. I will read, I will see the message, I will read it, I will try to actually understand it. But if I can't, I only allow positive things into my brain and into my life. So thank you for your comment. You can say whatever you want. If it doesn't suit me at the moment, I thank you so much for it, but I'm not taking it in. So if you have more than 1 word to say with me, there will be an email included that you can say whatever you want. But just know those negative comments, if you want to comment on how I look, if I'm fat, I've got big circles, I've got a wide nose, I've got crooked teeth, whatever you see that you feel the need to criticize me on, go ahead. Go ahead. But here's the question for you. If you feel it's necessary to leave that negative comment and take me down with your comment, why are you doing that? Why are you sending negative comments to a person that you don't even know? It's an interesting question, isn't it? And that's what I want you to look at. So again, thank you so much. I thank you for the last 15 minutes. Oh my God. But thank you. And I'll have more of these videos. So click on that subscribe button. I hope to see you again soon. I wish you nothing but the joy and happiness that I feel in my life. Thank you.